large crowd gathered around Jesus. A ruler from the synagogue, named Jairus, came and bowed before him.
"My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her. Then she will be healed and will live."
"I will."
So Jesus went with the ruler, and many people followed Jesus. They were pushing very close around him. As they were walking, they passed a woman who had been bleeding for the past 12 years. She had suffered very much. Many doctors had tried to help her. She had spent all the money she had, but she was not improving. She kept getting worse. When the woman heard about Jesus, she followed him with the people and touched his coat.
"If I can even touch his coat, that will be enough to heal me."
When she touched his coat, her bleeding stopped. She could feel in her body that she was healed.
"I'm healed!"
At once, Jesus felt power go out from him, so he stopped and turned around.
"Who touched my clothes?"
There are so many people pushing against you.
Yeah, how can you ask who touched me?
But Jesus continued looking around to see who had touched him. The woman knew that she was healed, so she came and bowed at Jesus' feet. Shaking with fear, she told him the whole story.
"Dear woman, you are made well because you believed. Go in peace. You will have no more suffering."
Jesus was still speaking to her when some men came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue ruler. The men said,
"Your daughter is dead. There is now no need to bother the teacher."
"Don't be afraid. Only believe."
They came to the house of the synagogue ruler, and Jesus found many people there crying loudly. There was much confusion. Jesus entered the house.
"Why are you crying and making so much noise? This child is not dead. She is only asleep."
But they only laughed at Jesus. He told all the people to leave. Then he went into the room where the child was. He took the child's father and mother and his 3 followers into the room with him. Then he took hold of the girl's hand and said to her,
"Little girl, I tell you to stand up."
The girl stood right up and began walking. The father and mother and the followers were amazed. Jesus gave the father and mother strict orders not to tell people about this.
"Get this girl some food."
Jesus knows our pain. That is why Jesus came. Isaiah 53 tells us, "He took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." Jesus knows our pain because he came down from heaven and took our pain on himself. And when we put our faith in him, one day all our pain will go away. He will wipe every tear from our eyes.